I'm not going to leave you there. I want to talk to you again about children, but this time I want to talk about the gift that they are. They are gifts. They give us gifts just by being, and we give them gifts. The first gift that we give to our children is their name. I have lots of names. I have a Yoruba name that I acquired when I became a storyteller. I have a Hebrew name that I got when I became Jewish. I have a name that my daughter's friends gave to me, Mrs. Mommy, and I will answer to it if you call me. But the name that I keep is my birth name, because that was a gift from my father. And when your father gives you a gift, you are required to keep it. My father was a man's man, career Army. And when he got married, the expectation on his part was that his little wife would produce men. So, when my mother became pregnant, he waited for his son. And 9 months and 2 weeks after the honeymoon, I showed up. I was not a boy. And my father had a choice. And that's how I came to be Jacqueline, the daughter of Jack. I grew up hearing stories about my father, who died when I was 8. But he lived in my mother's heart, and she would tell me about him standing over my crib and talking about all the wonderful things I was going to do and about how beautiful I was. And I would follow my mother around and make her nuts, asking her questions, and he'd say, she's going to be a scientist. My father's gift. I needed it because eventually I became a parent. Now, my husband and I became parents through adoption, which has a very long gestational period and an incredibly intrusive process. And the first part of that process, they put you in a room with a social worker with a bun and a pencil. I swear, they all have a bun and a pencil. And they ask you all of these questions, just really invasive questions. But the first one is, do you want a boy or a girl? And I gave the politically correct answer. Oh, it doesn't matter, just as long as it's healthy. And my husband just laughed at me because he knew what I wanted. And he's looking at me like, just really, go ahead. So I said, a girl, I want a girl, please give me a girl. Oh my Lord, I had dreamed of this girl forever. I was gonna name her Chloe. She was going to wear beautiful little clothes of my own design. She was going to read books. She was going to be a ballerina. If you have children, you know exactly where this is going. They called us. They said, we have a baby for you. And we went down and they showed us this picture of just mommy heaven. All brownness and roundness and I'm like, it's Chloe. And 3 or 4 days later, we went and picked her up. Her foster parents had told her what her name was going to be. She was 3 months old, so they had called her Chloe for the whole time that she was waiting for us. And they brought her in, and I called her name, and I'm not making this up, she fell into my arms. She pushed back, and we locked eyes, and we were having a moment, and then she heard my husband's voice, and she said, there's a dad. And on him, but that's okay. You know, I can deal with that. And the next morning, we had her in the living room of our apartment, and the child was a genius because she was already trying to turn over. She had, and my husband, who has never been able to see her struggle in any way or be at all uncomfortable, rolled her over. And that child let out a scream, the likes of which I had never heard before in my life. The walls of the apartment began to shake. I'm like, turn it back over, please, turn. And he did, and she stopped. And that's when we heard it, as if she had spoken the words, Chloe's mantra, I'll do it myself. Right then, I buried the ballerina. And I came to know the little girl that had come to live with me, who was strong and beautiful and independent. And I came to understand my father's gift. My father taught me that you have to let go of the child of your dreams so you can love the child of your heart. And when your father gives you a gift, you should pass it on.